Welcome to The Explainer. Let's just jump right in because honestly, we're living through one of the most profound technology shifts we've seen in decades. For the last couple of years, we've all been completely fascinated by artificial intelligence. But what we're exploring today, it's a massive turning point. We are officially moving from AI that just talks to us to AI that actually works for us.
And look, this isn't just some far-off sci-fi prediction. To put this in perspective, a staggering 90% of enterprises are currently experimenting with moving beyond simple chatbots into full-fledged autonomous AI systems. The biggest companies in the world are already making this pivot as we speak.
Which brings us to the core question we really need to ask today. I want you to completely rethink your fundamental understanding of what AI is capable of doing. Is AI just a highly capable, smart tool sitting on your desktop? Or is it rapidly becoming a digital worker capable of managing its own workflow?
Section 1. The next wave of AI. So, the absolute crucial point here is that we are shifting away from passive technology. Up until now, AI has basically just sat there waiting to respond to our inputs. The next wave is all about AI that acts, makes decisions, and completes tasks end-to-end with barely any human input. This evolution from a passive tool to an active system is going to fundamentally reshape productivity and traditional job roles across the board.
Section 2. Generative AI, the tool.
Before we jump into the future, let's anchor ourselves in the AI you are probably already interacting with every single day. You know the basics. Generative AI is a type of intelligence that creates new content, whether that's text, images, code, or audio, based on the incredibly complex patterns it learned from massive datasets. When you type a question into ChatGPT, it analyzes the semantic relationships in that data to instantly generate an answer for you. And hey, the capabilities are undeniably impressive. You can ask these models to write a whole email, generate marketing copy, create a hyper-realistic image, or summarize a dense 50-page document in seconds. It is a fantastic brainstorming partner, right? But despite how smart it seems, it actually has a massive bottleneck. Here is the core limitation. Generative AI is entirely prompt-based. It literally only works when you tell it exactly what to do. It doesn't take initiative, it doesn't plan out a multi-step project, and it certainly cannot execute actions out in the real world. It simply generates an output, stops, and just waits for you to tell it what to do next.
Section 3. Agentic AI, the worker.
That limitation we just talked about is exactly what the next evolution of technology is designed to solve. If generative AI is the ultimate tool, agentic AI is the ultimate worker. By definition, agentic AI refers to autonomous systems that can actually set goals, break complex tasks down into smaller, manageable steps, use external tools, and execute full workflows. To put it simply, generative AI answers your questions, but agentic AI solves your problems. Let's ground this with a super relatable everyday scenario. Imagine you type this exact prompt into your computer. Plan a 3-day trip to Japan under $1,500. Think about all the moving parts you usually have to juggle to actually make that happen. Here is where you get that incredible aha moment. A generative AI, it gives you a great list. It suggests cool places to visit, gives some travel tips, maybe recommends a few hotels, but you still have to do all the heavy lifting. An agentic AI system, however, takes that goal and actually searches the web for flights, compares hotel prices to fit your budget, uses integrations to actually book the reservations, and automatically emails you the final itinerary. It completely moves from just brainstorming to actual real-world task completion.
To truly grasp this shift, especially for our non-technical stakeholders, we can break the difference down into 3 simple pillars. Pillar 1 is interaction. As we said, generative AI is prompt-based. You ask a question, it responds. But agentic AI is goal-based. You don't tell it how to do the job. You just hand it an objective, and the system figures out the absolute best path to achieve it.
Moving on to Pillar 2, autonomy. Generative AI has very low autonomy. It's completely dependent on your step-by-step instructions. Agentic AI, on the other hand, operates with high autonomy. It frees you from micromanaging. It can string together a plan of 10 different steps, navigate roadblocks on its own, and take actions completely independently. And finally, Pillar 3, execution. This is the big one, the ultimate differentiator. Generative AI produces content. Agentic AI performs actions. It runs workflows, it connects software to software. This execution ability is exactly what graduates AI from being a helpful little tool on your screen into a true digital worker embedded right into your business operations. Section 4. Inside an AI agent. So, how do these digital workers actually think? Let's peel back the curtain a bit and look at the mechanics, no complex code required. Every single autonomous agent basically operates on a core loop of reasoning and acting. We call this the agent architecture, and it consists of 3 constant steps: plan, execute, and observe. Here is how that loop plays out in real time. First, the agent plans. It takes your overarching goal and breaks it down into bite-sized logical tasks. Next, it executes. It takes an action, maybe that's searching the web, checking an internal database, or tapping into a calendar API. Third, it observes. It looks at the results of that action. Did it get the right information? If yes, boom, on to the next step. If no, it loops back, replans, and tries another action. It repeats this continuous cycle internally until your main goal is successfully met. This structured reasoning, it's exactly what makes agents so incredibly reliable. Section 5. The future digital workforce. Which brings us to the real climax here. How is this actually reshaping business productivity right now? Well, we are already seeing early glimpses of this massive automation wave through experimental projects like AutoGPT and Baby AGI. In marketing, an agent can be given a goal to run a campaign. It'll autonomously research the topic, write the post, generate images, schedule social media, and analyze engagement. In software development, an agent can analyze requirements, generate code, test it, detect its own bugs, and deploy the update. We are talking about entire workflows managed with minimal human input.
Now, you might be thinking one replaces the other, but don't worry, these 2 technologies are absolutely not competing. They're collaborating. The future is a combined approach. Generative AI will continue to act as the brain, powering creativity, explanations, and content generation. Agentic AI will act as the hands, powering automation, task execution, and workflow management. Together, they form the ultimate productivity engine. So if there is one crucial point, one single takeaway you get from this explainer today, it's this simple summary. Generative AI creates the ideas, and agentic AI carries them out. That is the fundamental shift happening in technology right now.
We've moved from systems that just answer our questions to systems that actually work alongside us. Understanding this shift is vital because it's going to reshape careers, businesses, and entire industries. So I'll leave you with this provocative thought. As AI continues to evolve from a passive tool into an autonomous system, are you ready to hire your first digital worker? Thank you so much for joining me on The Explainer, and keep learning.